Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome me back. Well, welcome back to the channel. It has been too long, chat. It's been 23 days since my last stream, but we're here. We're here. We're rocking. We're gonna get you a quick one in today. Also, happy Switch launch day. I feel like that's a very notable thing to mention today. Hope everybody's got their Switches today. Switch 2s. Switch 2 on that thing. But yeah, happy to be back. I'm just getting a quick Unown hunt in today. Catch up with folks. It's a Thursday, so happy to get that get another stream in. But yeah, we got the setup ready to go. Carb Kaiser, welcome in. Stacks, welcome in. I hope my audio is good. Yep, audio's good. I had to double check that ahead of stream. And I got... Okay, not gonna worry about that. Okay. But yeah, we got the game set up. It's like we never left, chat. But we did. We left for like 23 days. But we're going to get a quick hunt in today. We reached 350,000 total encounters on our last stream. And that's where we decided to unknowingly put a halt on the hunt for a bit. But we're back. And we're ready to get back into the action. So let's do a quick test of that. Also, I have something weird where Discord is not automatically muting its notifications, which I'm not a fan of. Let's see. Here we go, streamer mode. Perfect, okay. Notification should be off now. Missed out on the Salandit, that's okay. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into the hunt. Sorry, quick test there. Sweet. Amazing if we got a shiny on our first one back. That'd be insane. Oh my god, it's weird to look at these again. Like, it's very familiar, but it's like I'm looking at them with a fresh set of eyes. I was looking at a full screen VOD of one of my streams, and I realized just how out of focus some of these screens are, and it just frustrates me. But there's nothing I can do about it. The only way to fix it is to just get a better camera, which I do not have the money to do. Also, folks, our second GameCube is on the way. It has been ordered. So once we have that, we can begin setup for Safari Week, which will be this month. That's kind of the big reason I wanted to get back on stream. I wanted to let folks know that was going to be coming up soon. I got no set number of encounters in mind today, just getting a stream in. Just gonna see how many I can get till 7, so it's about 3 hours of hunting. That usually makes us good for like 2,000 encounters, which I'd be happy to get in today. And we already messed up. Alright, here's our one. Not shiny. Yeah, what have people been up to? I've seen some of you in person, so I've kept up with y'all. But the folks that I've only known through Twitch, how are y'all doing? What's new in your lives? What games are you playing? What shiny hunts are you completing? Tell me how everything's been. I feel like I've removed myself from this hunt enough to where, like, I don't think I can get frustrated by it. I was getting frustrated because we couldn't find this pesky letter G before 350,000. And now that we're past that 350,000 goal that I've spent so much time trying to reach, I feel like I've removed myself from that rush of trying to complete it to where now where it's like if we see a duplicate, I don't think I'll be fazed by that, unless it's like a dumb duplicate that I just don't need another of. But either way, I don't think I'd be fazed by it. I would just be like, oh, we got a shiny, a random stream in the middle of June finding a shiny. Like, I don't care if it ends up being a duplicate. I'm just kind of glad to get one of these in. It's been, like I said, it's been 23 days since our last stream. So I'm glad to be back. But we have Safari Week coming up later this month. Once I have dates, I will let y'all know. We'll make a big post about it in the Discord. And I'll be dedicating a week of hunting to it. So definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, I've got the GameCube ordered, so our plans to double hunt for Safari Week is coming to fruition. It's just a matter of getting everything set up, working. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to unplug the capture card to my camera here and then set it up to the GameCubes. And then I'm also gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put the second GameCube. Like, I'll have to take apart the Wii, set that aside for a week, run with the double GameCube setup. It'll be interesting. But I'm excited to get that second GameCube. It's kind of a refurbished, not so like I'm gonna have to do some cleaning up on it. It looked like there was a lot of dust and dirt like on the inside of the console, and there were parts of it that were missing or just like dirty on the outside, so I'm gonna have to do like a cleanup of it once it arrives. But once it gets here, I'm happy to start getting that set up. But yeah, now that my work schedule's starting to calm down a bit, I'm able to kind of deduce when the best times are to stream. Like, I'm getting a more consistency in my schedule. So like on the off chance that, or on the certain days where I have shifts, I obviously can't stream. But the ones where those openings do free up, then I will be able to get streams in, which I'm excited about. I'm expecting the stream schedule to ramp back up by like second week of October. That's kind of when I'm expecting to get everything back up to speed. So we're gonna get some streams in here. We got today's stream in, so that's good. And then I'm planning on getting probably 7 to 8 streams worth later this month for Safari Week. And then after that, I think I'm going to go back on a bit of a hiatus. We're still going to try to get the occasional stream in here and there, but the plan is to be back up and running by October. That's when the travel schedule calms down. So a lot of things are gonna kind of ease up. This one out of volume? Oh yeah, this volume get turned all the way down. I was like, that unknown's appearing and it's not making any noise. But we're good now. Okay, I think I hit the button. Also gonna move the keyboard slightly over. But yeah, did anybody go out and get their Switch 2 today? I did not. I'm probably gonna wait until ZA comes out to get mine. That's when probably everything's gonna calm down as far as like demand for the systems. So, but I will eventually get one. I'm excited to hear how Mario Kart World goes, because the concept of that game is very interesting. They've never done an open world Mario racing game, so I'm very excited to see how that goes. That is like the newest Mario game I would get, simply for the concept. Because the last Mario game that I got was Mario Kart for the Wii. I did not. Ooh, a Wild Ceruledge. Yeah, I am definitely not in a position to get a Switch at the moment, but eventually I'd like to be. What can I put for this Phantom Ball? Sly Weasel, welcome in. Happy Switch launch day. Let's remember which mobs are here. True, true, true. Very true. Thanks. Yeah, glad to be back to the stream. Happy to reconnect with folks, get a little bit of hunting in. Just put my unboxing out on YouTube. That's huge. I will be watching that tonight after I get back from Kill the Keg. How's the workday been for you? That's had to be insane, right? I've barely even played my Switch because I'm making so many videos. That makes sense. It's neat because I'm following you and I'm following Austin John Plays, and Austin John Plays is posting basically all of the videos that you've already posted. Like the one where he's like how to safely switch your or how to safely transfer your Switch to your Switch 2. And I'm like, oh, Lugal already made that video. I don't need to watch this video. I'm running on 5 hours of sleep. God. Sir, get some sleep. I have to do it first because I'm nobody. True. You're not nobody for now. You're nobody for now. But eventually, you'll be up there. I'm excited. Yeah. Upload with zero competition? Absolutely. Chat, definitely go check out Lugal on YouTube. Content creator. Usual weekly uploader to daily uploader with the Switch 2 being released. So definitely go check out Lugal's channel if you want some information on everything you need to know about the Switch 2. I'd do a shout out, but the shout out does not work going to YouTube. So yeah, as far as like my schedule has been, I've been working a lot. That's been the big constant. Now that one of the jobs is done for the year, I only have 3 jobs now, which is like good. I think that's fine. But I feel like there's a little bit more consistency with the schedule, and there's just a lot more openings throughout the week rather than like shift this day, 2 days later, another shift, 2 days later, another shift. So it's nice to be out of that. In my like nights once I get back from work, I've been playing the digital online version of Root, which is a board game that I enjoy. I'm basically relearning the game in hopes to finally teach it to friends and roommates. But it's been so long since I played that like if I had tried to teach it day of, I would not have been able to do so. But yeah, schedule's been wonky aside from that, just because like the times that I'm finally free, it's like 9 p.m. and I do not feel right starting to stream at 9 p.m. So I just won't be doing that. But yeah, Wednesday night's busy, so the next Wii Shop Wednesday is gonna be a while from now. What else? And then, like, if I ever wanted to do streams on Thursdays and Fridays, I would just have to get up early enough to get streams in. Chopin, welcome in.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Well, excuse me, Chopin. Thank you for the resubscribe. It's much appreciated. 16 months now at tier 1. Hand them over. And let me get these in, and I will get you your beeps. Jesse C, welcome in. Welcome back. Yeah, folks, we're back for a fun little stream here. All right, Chopin, here are your completely random beeps on the way. See the flaw of my ways now. Okay, good. We're good now. Stacks, dear chatter, it's good to see you in a WP Beartick chat. It's good to see a ton of people in the WP Beartick chat now. I'm so happy. Happy to be back. This isn't like a back for good where it's like, the schedule's back. We're back to like 5 to 6 days of Street Sport. We're definitely not there. I would like to commit to I'm down to commit to like a stream a week if I can find it, but there are also just weeks that I cannot find it. But the nice thing is the work schedule has gotten consistent. However, it's consistently like on days that I usually like to stream. So if you're ever going to find a stream, it's usually going to be on a Monday or a Tuesday. And even then, there might be something going on that day that just makes it not viable. I say as I'm about to miss a full 3 streams and missed one of my last 3. Dude, summer's wonky. Summer is wonky. Everything streamer-wise, it just exits my mind once the summer hits. I am just like, it is too nice out. I am too active to be doing stuff inside. Thankfully, not thankfully, but unfortunately, we've actually had some air quality warnings in the Twin Cities due to Canadian wildfires. So it just hasn't been safe to go outside the last few days. Like, I went to go to one of my shifts, and like in the less than a minute that I was outside going from like my house to the car, it was noticeably like smoky outside. Like, I thought the rain was going to tamp it all down. No, the rain just contained it all to the atmosphere. It was bad. It was like AQI, air quality warning of like 228, which is just like terrible. Yeah, mask up for sure. Thankfully, I was not outside for a considered amount of time, but on days where like I am outside for a long time, or like doing quad ball and like exercising outside, definitely got to wear a mask. Oh yeah, absolutely. We were running around the other day for quad ball practice, and I was like, I feel like I just like smoked. Like that's what it felt like on my lungs, and I'm like, that's not good. But yeah, the weather's nice, the air is bad. That summed that up. Yeah, the AQI is at like a 50 right now. Actually, wait, let me see what it is right now. Yeah, we're at like a 58.60 right now. It was 220 that day. And I'm like, that's bad. That's like very bad. Among other things in the air these days. True. Very true. But now we're staying indoors. And we're hunting unknowns. All is well. I mentioned this earlier, Chopin. We are planning on getting a week of streams back. Not this week, but later in June, and I will disclose those days when I know them. But we are planning on having a week of Safari Week coming up in middle of June. I don't know when it is. I have to double check when Safari Week is officially announced. And then that will dictate my schedule, and I'll do a big post on it too. But Safari Week is coming. We've got a second GameCube on the way to hunt. And it'll be coming up soon. I was going to say, fingers crossed isn't this coming week. Okay, that's good to know. About to be out of town. Understood. I'm thinking it's going to be 2 weeks from now. That's my prediction. But it's all up to, like, the Safari Warden and what it ends up being. Because I think there was a poll that decided it last year, which is kind of crazy. And that was probably the biggest Safari Week we've ever seen. This year, it doesn't feel like it's going to be that big. So I gotta check Absol's Discord or YouTube or something so we can hear some news on it, because I have not heard anything about it yet. If anybody knows when Safari Week is, please let me know. If you keep the mod chat in the Disco updated, I'll be sure to be here so you have a mod in chat. You know my summers are pretty open. Huge for the program, honestly. Yeah. I'll keep everything updated. As soon as I know dates, I will be dropping those dates. Because I know I have a few shifts that are scheduled, regardless of what week it ends up being. So it's just a matter of figuring out what those 7 to 8 days are going to be. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. I have to free up some storage space on the PC because if I'm going to be saving these VODs, I cannot... I cannot have limited space on my computer. Also, you gotta play Death Stranding. It's such a good game. I'll see if it's on sale. I can get it through Steam, right? I'm playing that on Saturdays and loving it. Hell yeah. Oh, I have to send you a video link. One sec. Yep, Google. Upload 25 minutes ago. Hell yeah. Where's my history? Video that I just saw on the Outer Wilds DLC. Playing that on Saturdays and loving it. I'm sure I got it lucky on an Epic free game offer, so I don't know the cost. Ah, heard. Just handed it to me and it's pretty fire. Hell yeah, that's good to know. I will eventually check it out. Death Stranding. Yeah, I'll look into that. But yeah, video that I just saw that came out a year ago on just interesting stuff about the Outer Wilds DLC. So definitely check that out if you get a chance. I just messaged it to you on Discord. Also, we have an ad starting soon. Yeah, I watched it right before I started stream today. I was watching it while I was eating lunch. Yeah, I really liked it. How's Sea of Thieves been? Are you guys still playing that? I don't know. I don't think I'm mentally prepared to see a shiny today. I'm just like, let's just get our encounters in. Let's get 3 hours worth of hunting in, see how it goes. I don't think I'm prepared to see a shiny today. Yeah, so we started at 6,078 encounters today. Agkuma VX, welcome in. Welcome into the channel. We're just hunting for unknowns here. It's been 23 days since my last stream, so glad to be back. And I'm glad so many people are checking out the channel today. Chopin, we've located your beeps. Chopin, your beeps of 715 seconds have been located. You can pick those up in chat on your way out tonight. Chopin, we've located your beeps. Brother, huh? Yeah, your last beeps were 319 seconds. So these were just insane. Yes, well, welcome to the channel, Agkuma. We have things like that happen. Alright, let's see. Chopin, your second set of beeps are on the way. Yeah, Agkuma, we have a redeem on the channel that basically just sets off this Eon Timer beep count. The beeps are our salvation. It's got a very cult following, I will admit. But the people love it, so we keep doing it. We've got it where it's a set of beeps will randomly appear on stream between 1 second and 8,192 seconds. So we just plug that in whenever somebody redeems it, which is usually at the beginning of stream when Chopin arrives. Being fried out of your mind and hearing that was certainly something. Oh my god. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, we're hunting for unknowns. This is a nearly 4-year-long hunt that we started back in 2021. Hunting for all 28 forms of Unown at full odds in generations 3 and 4. So far we have 26 out of 28. And we are hoping to get the last two, the letter G and the letter Q. The G has a 25% encounter rate on our bottom two screens. And G and Q both have like a 4 to 5% chance on the DSs on the middle and top screens. I'm 2 times hunting Chimchar and Diamond and Pearl soonish. Oh, nice. That'll be fun. So you're a shiny hunter. Are you planning on taking part in Safari Week in June? I don't know exact dates for it yet. We're still waiting for word from the warden. But that'll be coming up this month. Do you plan on taking part? Hell to the nah. That is very fair. I've always seen Safari Week as like a, you don't need to catch the Pokemon. It's nice to have it as like a trophy. If I get a Heart Gold, oh, gotcha. It takes a second to get the Safari set up in Heart Gold, but Godspeed to you. Then I would do it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Hell yeah, that'd be super cool. Appreciate a good double hunt. I will be double hunting in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I will be doing fishing encounters for Safari Week. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm at the start of my Soul Silver journey still. Ah, gotcha. Well, you don't get to the Safari until like the 5th gym, right? So I don't even have it unlocked on my Soul Silver file right now. But if you want to like completely, fully unlock your Safari Zone, it's something that you have to start like 2 months in advance. Just with like in-game clocks, and you can like cheese the in-game clocks with the right guides, but if you want to like fully set it up, there's a timetable of things that you need to do over the course of like 2 months of in-game time before you can like fully hunt in it. You gotta like unlock different like props and things to like place in the Safari Zone. It's weird. I want to hunt Riolu in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That's all I know. Oh, that'd be fun. I don't know if that's a Safari Zone encounter. If it is, I think that's something that takes time to unlock. Also, you have to like, you know, beat the game and unlock the national decks too. So. Yeah, you have to basically beat the game to get the national decks if you want to hunt for things outside of Kanto and Johto. Only Safari Zone hunt I do is Riolu or Beldum. Gotcha. Actually, here, let me find the video guide on it. How to unlock Safari Zone. I think this is the guide.
First introduced in red and blue.
Yep, it's this video. Okay.
Pokemon is a game series that holds a surprising amount.
Alright, dropping it in chat real quick. Watch that video. That is the full guide setup to unlocking the Safari Zone in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Canned Wolf Meat does a great guide on fully unlocking it, and I'm pretty sure it's timed so that if you started it 2 months before Safari Week, you could do it legally with in-game time. It's something I eventually want to set up on my games, but I don't want to right now. I don't plan on hunting in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari Zone anytime soon. Maybe next year, but not right now. Currently setting everything up. Ooh, okay. Oh, for Chinchar. Gotcha, gotcha. Do you stream it, or do you just do it offline? Too hard to control 3 consoles while soft resetting. Yeah, that's very true. Stream and offline record. Hell yeah. Nice, well, hope that goes well. Have you started this before, or how many encounters are you in it so far? Or soft resets? 1,400 at the moment. Heard. Well, I hope it shines soon for you. I've not hunted for... I haven't hunted for a starter, but I have soft reset for starters. Or not soft reset, RNG manipulated for starters, just because if I'm going to get a starter, I would at least like to have one with good stats, so that's something that I can kind of pinpoint for. Be right back, gotta go get something real quick, sounds good? And we got a wild Pikachu. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Quick catch. So I'm hoping with no breaks today we can actually hit full odds on this phase. Because we started at 6,078. I feel like we can roughly get about 2,000, 2,100 encounters in. So I think that's what we're going to aim for today. But yeah, as long as we don't take any unnecessary breaks, I think we can absolutely hit that. I want to go until 7. 7 is my cutoff time. Which, yeah, another 2 hours still, so can easily be done. Got 3 L's on the screen. Yeah, I'm actually going to pull the screens forward a bit. Again, I'm starting to get the first inklings of neck pain, so I'm going to try to ease up on how much I'm stretching my arms forward. So real for this go off. I mean, yeah, if I were fried or high of any sort, the beeps would frighten me. Even if I was the one who set them off. Mark Carter, welcome in. It's been good. It's been 23 days since my last stream. Happy to be back, and happy to see so many familiar faces in here. We're just getting a quick unknown hunt in today. I was like, you know what? I gotta commit to something this week. I figured, oh yeah, we'll start stream at like 1 p.m. today. Ended up being 3 hours later, so. But we're getting it in. We're getting a quick hunt in. It's Switch launch day. I'm Switch 2-less. But I'm happy for everybody else who is getting their Switches today. I'm excited to watch a ton of content on unboxings, how different accessories work with the Switch 2 from previous Switch generations. So, just a lot of fun stuff out there to kind of digest as the Switch 2 begins to release. So, I'm excited for that. I got Safari Week coming up in 1 to 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks, roughly. No word yet. Kind of waiting for more information, so. But a second GameCube has been ordered, and we are hoping to have that ready and set up for Safari Week so that we can double fish hunt in the Fire Red, Leaf Green Safari. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Once I have a locked down schedule for that week, I will be posting it in the Discord. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, Mark Carter, how have you been? It's been a while. We're getting our first... Coming up on our first 1,000 encounters being finished for today. My goal is to hit... My goal is to hit full odds on this phase. But my cutoff time is 7 Central. So I got another 2 hours. The premise of a shiny appearing today would be fun. I just don't think I'm mentally prepared to see a shiny today. So I have to keep that in mind. It's been so long since I've seen a shiny on Fire Red and Leaf Green that I'm kind of forgetting what they look like. But once I see it, I'll see it. I think we've just actually gone this long without seeing one. If we find a G or a Q today, we're gonna just end stream. We're gonna celebrate it, end stream. Next unknown hunt you'll see from me will be upgraded to hunting for the last one. We'll have to change up some consoles and different things like that, but yeah, I'm just not mentally prepared to find one today. So if we do find one, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm upgrading to 3 GameCubes here soon. Only trouble I'm going to have is finding a dongle for my Wavebird. That's always the difficult part. Yes, I have started looking into Wavebirds, and the controllers are super cheap. You can get the controller for like $30. Some are even like 25 bucks. But the problem you run into is that they're like, yeah, we have the controller, no dongle. And I'm like, that's crazy that you don't have a dongle for it. So yeah, it's that's the tricky part, is finding those Wavebird receivers. Because for whatever reason, those things are just super hard to find. I know why they're so hard to find. It's because people want to just get so many of those receivers, hook them up, operate multiple games at once the legal way. Like, I get it. It's just dumb. I just wish whoever made the Wavebird would just, like, start manufacturing those. Because this controller that I have is basically built like a Wavebird. And it's got the similar receiver and everything, but it's like an off-brand version of it. So this setup works how it should. And because it works the way it should, I'm not able to operate multiples of these with one controller. That's at least the idea. I haven't tested it out yet. I haven't had a second GameCube to do any testing on it yet. But... excuse me. The idea is... that mistake that the Wavebird has is fixed in this off-brand counterpart. It would be amazing if it did work. Then I would just buy a million of these off-brand Wavebirds, but that's not how the world works. Nothing's ever that easy. Ooh, a wild far-fetched. We'll definitely catch that. Oh, I should have thrown a stone ball. Whoops. That's okay. Yeah, folks, get those shiny rolls in. They're free every 30 minutes. Yeah, 10 people in chat right now. Well, welcome in, everybody. Yeah, I guess I'll just update people on what I'm doing. I am hunting for all 28 forms of Unown at full odds across generations 3 and 4 on 6 systems. Currently, we have 26 of 28 forms found so far. If you want full information on the hunt and everything we've caught so far, do !stat board in chat. That'll get you access to the spreadsheet that has everything that we've caught so far in this hunt. We have been running this for about nearly 4 years now, since 2021. And we are 2 letters away from completing the Unown hunt. We just need the G and the Q, and those are posing to be very difficult letters. Also, we have an ad starting soon, so be sure to stick around after that. Unless you're a subscriber, then you will not see an ad. But yeah, if you enjoy the channel, be sure to follow. Goes a long way. We're like 5 followers away from hitting 200, which... that's a neat little stat to hit. But helps to get notifications for the next time I go live, which will be happening a lot this month with Safari Week, so be sure to stay tuned for a schedule. If you need a schedule of that, be sure to check out my Discord. I'll be posting that as soon as I know it. Alright, we are on the funny number portion of the phase, where any shiny we find in this 100 number range is very, very funny. Kind of weird to think I've only done 900 encounters today. I feel like we've been doing this for a lot longer, but 900 just doesn't feel like a lot. Huh. Well, I mean, at this rate, we definitely will go past full odds on this phase if we don't see a shiny. So that's good, at least. Ooh. These are the quiet hours of the stream. Take a water break real quick. I've had the DS and Game Boy rig just like set up here for so long because I was like, I'll eventually get a stream going, and I just haven't. But glad to finally make use of it. I think once I'm done with this stream, I'm just gonna set it back underneath the shelf here. That's just gonna free up desk space, which would be nice. Twins got walloped today. Yo, that's a nice number, Stacks. A wild magic card. Pokey catch. Accidentally hit the caps lock. Lovely. Pokey catch. Yeah, the weekly goal with the PCG is just getting catch attempts in, so I have to get 25 catch attempts this week, and having a stream this week also helps just knock out a ton of those. I think I started at 11 out of 25, so by the end of stream I should be pretty close. Secured. See, chat, you gotta emphasize your ch in the pokey catch. It's the only way you make catches these days. The last thing I need to do for Safari Week is I need to order the rest of my fisherman's outfit. I need to order the fishing vest. That's the one thing that I still need to do. And I have to make sure it has enough like pockets on the vicinity so that I can easily reach snacks while I'm streaming. That's going to be probably the most important part of ordering it. Yeah, I'm really excited for Safari Week. I'm hoping I can lock down the dates soon. That's gonna be lots of fun. I'm also like kind of nervous to see how it's gonna go. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. That's all I know. I think I've got one more Amazon order that I need to make before I lock it in. It's ordering that fisherman's vest, and then it's also ordering a USB extension cord, because I might need that in operating the stream. Because I've got to be able to, like, make the fishing attempts and then individually, like, tap each addition to the count. And I don't know. I'm very interested to see how that goes. But if I can get, if the setup that I'm visualizing works, I'm gonna be very happy. But I'm also nervous that I might not be good enough to do it well. But I won't know until I do it. So that's the big thing. It might be something I have to test tonight or tomorrow, honestly. Oh. Camera got bumped? Camera got bumped, I think. I was like, oh, that's weird. Anyways. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about is I'm looking at these bottom screens on the Game Boys, and I have to like double take to confirm that I'm not missing a shiny. It's the most annoying thing, and I can only confirm it once I like actually find a shiny again. That's the only way I'll be able to know for sure whether or not like, oh, I definitely did not miss any shinies, because that's so obvious. And I know it's gonna appear again, but it's just been so long since we've seen one. And I'm not saying, like, as a whole on this hunt. Like, we've seen a ton on the DSs lately, but it's been so long since we've seen one on the Game Boys. The Fire Red copy on the bottom right is on like a double odds drought at the moment. It's like over 16,000 encounters on that system alone since we've seen a shiny. It's been brutal, man. I just gotta get back to hunting, like, regularly again. That's the biggest thing. Maybe I'll find more opportunities to stream more, but I just have to seek them out. I have to find the will to actually do them. Because, like, it's great when I've got events set up. Like, setting up for Safari Week is going to be great. That's going to be a huge opportunity to, like, get myself excited and finding the time to actually do this. But getting the normal unknown hunt in once a week, I think is going to be the biggest challenge this summer. Because as we've seen, I've already gone 3 weeks without hunting. Three weeks without streaming. So you can fall out of it super easily, but I think once a week is the right dose I need to stay in it. At least until October, and then that's when I'm hoping to get the schedule back up and running again. But I think somebody just got home.
smooching time.
Abba Creamy, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. That gives you notifications for the next time that I go live, and also gets you access to our base set of standard emotes. But yeah, welcome to the channel. Abba Creamy. I hope I'm saying that right. But welcome in. Are you a shiny hunter yourself? What brings you in? Abba or Creamy? Whichever you prefer, pleasure to be here and pleased to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in. Are you a shiny hunter yourself, or do you just enjoy watching them? If you are a shiny hunter, what are you hunting currently? If you're new to the channel, I am hunting for all 28 forms of Unown at full odds across 6 systems, spanning from generations 3 through 4, in hopes to finally finish this challenge I started back in 2021, with the hope to get all 28 forms. I'm 2 away. I have 26 out of 28 so far. All I need is a G and a Q. Based on alchemy, of course, obviously. Also, yes, I'm a long time shiny hunting, and I've started around Gen 2 as Crystal was my first Pokemon game. Right now, I'm hunting Lugia and Soul Silver. Very cool. Love to see the old gens hunted in. Anytime I find a streamer who is hunting in the old gens, I tend to pass them raids from my channel, so I love to hear people hunting the old gens. Big fan of it. I feel like we don't see it enough these days. Well, best of luck on Lugia. How many encounters or soft resets are you on so far for it? And yeah, that Lugia, I really like that Lugia shiny. The Ho-Oh and Lugia shinies I really like. $831 soft resets, a respectable amount. Hoping it shines for you soon. I've heard some horror stories of super long hunts for folks, and I would not wish that upon my worst enemy. Likewise for your unknown hunts too. Thank you. Yeah, we passed 350,000 encounters 23 days ago, which is the last time that I streamed. And I'm glad to be back. I'm not quite fully back. I'm just getting streams in when I can. My summer schedule's super busy, so I'm not able to stream as often as I usually like to. But wherever I can fit a stream in, I try to, just to stay consistent with this hunt. Maybe find a random unknown shiny here and there. So I'm looking forward to the next one. Obviously, we'll be doing some stuff for Safari Week as well. That's going to be coming up later in June. Once I have dates for Safari Week, I will be dropping them in the Discord. So be sure to check that out. It's somewhere in my About section under the socials, so be sure to join there if you'd like more information on that. And we have a wild Slack Off. Actually, wait, do I have one? I do have one, okay. But yeah, for Safari Week, we are planning on double hunting fishing encounters in the Kanto Safari Zone. So, Looking for some Dratinis, maybe the 1% Dragonair, and a bunch of other encounters that you can find in those waters. So, looking forward to that. Same here with on that event, even my main target is Clefairy. Nice! Yeah, that should be fun. Mark Carter with a 2800 on the shiny roll. Folks, be sure to get your shiny rolls in. You get a free one every half hour. Chance at rolling a 4096 or an 8192 will land you in the Shiny Roll Hall of Fame in the About section below. And it will also get you VIP privileges on the channel. Agkuma is back. So are you offline today, Agkuma? Alright, and we also have an ad starting soon, so I'll probably hold off on replies as soon as that ad rolls over. So I've decided to switch from Diamond and Pearl to 6 times Crystal starter hunting. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. What starter are you hunting for? I've got Turbo, so it's chill for me. Oh, gotcha. Cool. Nice. It's pretty hands-off. Love to see a 6 times hunter out there. All of them at once? Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you'll have like 2 on one starter, 2 on another starter, and then 2 on the other. Gotcha. Cool. Nice. Is there one that you want more than the others? Oh, we're at the ad break now. I like them all. Gotcha. I like them all too. I feel like Chikorita gets not as much love as the others, but I'm a fan of Chikorita just as a concept of a Pokemon. Plus, with Chikorita getting its own form, or a potentially new evolution or Mega Evolution in ZA, we could be looking at it getting probably a new set, new style. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what we get out of that. The art style just works for them better in Heart Gold and Soul Silver than in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Nice. Yeah, I would have to go back and look at the art for those games, but yeah, I tend to agree with that. To be fair, I'm biased since I love the crystal art style and or sprites. I enjoy it as well. It's kind of when I was making the layout for my stream, that brick pattern you see is actually the brick pattern that's used in the Ruins of Alph. Whenever you're looking at like the tablet with the letters on it, that's where I got the brick pattern from. I'm a big fan of that art style in Gen 2, so I'm glad we agree on that. To be fair, I'm biased since I love... Oh, God. Same chat. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Gen 2 art style. I've got the Virtual Console for gold on my 3DS that I can still play. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm kind of mad because I got gold thinking that, oh, we're only going to get gold and silver, and then like a couple months later they released crystal, and I was kind of pissed about it. I can hunt in crystal Virtual Console with cap card, but I'd rather 6 times emulate hunted. Yeah. I think whatever works best for people, they should absolutely do. I know there are a lot of perceptions out there as to like what is the best way to hunt, or like the correct way to hunt, or what's a valid way to hunt. I would just do the one that you want to do. You know, I would try to take all that the chatter out of the consideration when deciding. Do the hunt that you want to do. I myself am not a big emulator. Not fan, but like I just would rather play the actual games. Do you know Gargoyle? No, I don't know who that is. I might be buying their 4 times cap card controller modded DSs. Oh my gosh. That's nice. It kind of takes all the work out of it. You don't have to... You got it all right there. There's not like external work that you need to do to set that up. That'd be really nice. It's interesting because people don't ever like talk about, like, big streamers. They don't talk about like their cap card setups or like everything that they've got going on behind the scenes. So it's interesting to hear about that. Well, especially with the Switch today, it's a lot easier to stream from the Switch, given how easy it is to hook up a cap card these days. It's just so hard to do it back in the DS era. Don't get me wrong, but it's quite hard to control them all together, so I'd rather just buy that from Guard. Gotcha. No, I think that's totally valid. See, the way I'm operating these 6 systems is that I've got one hand on 2 systems at a time. But having to operate 3 gets a little odd. Like, if you're going to operate 3, you might as well just operate 4 at that point, because you're getting that extra encounter in with the same operation. But if you're doing 3, you're just asking more from your hand placement, your finger placement, when doing the hunt, which isn't like... It's not crazy, but like you could just get more out of doing a 4th setup. It's like, why put so much strain on your hands when you can just get a 4th setup and then you don't have to put any strain, and you're getting that extra encounter as well. We're an hour 45 in. Doing pretty good on time. Considering we're like 700 encounters away from hitting our full odds goal. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on time. We've hit the theoretical halfway point of doing 3,000 counters in a stream. I don't think we are gonna hit 3,000 counters today, but I think the goal is gonna be to hit like 2,100 encounters, 2,200, 2,400 encounters, and we'll try to do something along those lines. I think 2,400 is realistic if we don't take any breaks. Plus, it gives me time to end a little early too. That might be the best option. We started exactly at 350,000 encounters. So once we hit 352,400, that I think will be our goal. I can roughly do I can do like 1,100 encounters in an hour if I go non-stop. But I usually take like breaks here and there, so it's Alright. Let's keep going. So one thing about doing this hunt, I do not miss the strain on my neck when I'm doing these. Yeah, we'll probably be going for another hour if I had to guess. If we were to find a shiny anywhere between now and the finish of stream, I think we might just end early, but... Chopin, we've located your second set of beeps. I repeat, Chopin, we've located your beeps. On that one, it was 4,144 seconds. Might be the closest you've gotten to hitting, what do you call it? Hitting a relevant number on those. Better beeps. You like waiting on beeps? Yeah, we only got an hour left to stream, so if the beeps, there's a good chance that if you did another one, they would not go off. Wild Arctivish. I already have several of those, so I will not be catching it. It is so cold in my room. I cannot get over it. I got the vents pumping into these things like there's no tomorrow. Well, look who's back. I'm back. Welcome in, Hooch. How's it been? We're just getting a quick stream in. No big deal. No expectations.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Well, excuse me, Hooch Brando. Thank you for the resubscribe. 15 months. Thank you kindly. Football has been good. Welcome back to ad-free viewing. Hooch, you monster. You didn't even tier 2 sub. You didn't tier 2 sub, Chopin. Hydrate and squats? Unbelievable. Yeah, and push-ups. Alright. Alright. Actively burning down your tree. Amazing, amazing. Please, never tier 2 sub to my channel. I have no perks for tier 2 subs. At least not yet. Oh, alright. Let's get to the exercise cam. You will not win this war, boy. Thank you for lurking at Kuma. Appreciate it. Let's get some workouts in. We'll have done 10 push-ups and 20 squats after this. Amazing. Oh, okay. I needed that stretch more than anything. Alright, 10 push-ups, 20 squats. Oh, we can do that. Alright. We'll actually start with the squats this time. Changing things up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Suggest a new channel reward. A mute a mute button for Chopin. That's funny. That's a good bit. I'm his favorite mod. Who's the other guy? Sly Weasel? Let's just remember which mods were here. Alright. That was good. That was much needed. Get the blood flow and get out of the seat a bit. So the mirror slot. I've known... Well, hang on now. I've known Sly longer technically. But I haven't, like, been really good friends with him as long. I think we've, like, known each other the exact same amount of time. Both Chopin and Sly. The more that I think about it. If anything, it's like a year difference. Where I've just known Sly a year longer. I don't like to think about how I've known you for almost a decade. Yeah, dude, it's coming up in a year. It's as long as I've been playing quad ball. Which is also a weird number to think about. Oh, you know what I did? When I... What I did a week ago, last weekend, my grade school had its 25th anniversary of, like, existing. It's a K-8 system. And I went back and visited for, like, their 25th anniversary alumni event or whatever. I also still don't have my split DeWick. Oh, yeah, we gotta get that set up. The problem is I only have... Oh, no, wait. No. It would be a Monarch jersey. Yeah, oh, we could absolutely do that. One of these days. Okay, Preppy, I went to the same elementary school my dad went to. Well, the school opened up in 2000. So I was 2 years old when it first opened up. 3 years old, I think. No, I would have been 2. So the school's been open for 2 years, for 25 years. And I went back and visited for the event. I was like one of 3 people from my class who were there. And we had a class of like 60, 70 people. And there are teachers there that taught me when I was in 1st, 3rd grade, 6th grade, like teachers that have been there since the beginning that are still teaching there. So it's cool to catch up with them. And then one of my classmates that I graduated with is now teaching there, and she was the first former student to begin teaching at the school, which is like super cool. So I talked with her a lot. I talked with another buddy of mine who I've known since kindergarten who was in town. So super cool event. Sorry, my schools were underfunded and I'm bitter boots. I was worried about this one because what I found was the city that I grew up in, where this school was, that town just got older over the years and it didn't really get younger. Like we found like in a lot of the communities and like church spaces, A lot of the, like, there weren't a lot of, the best way to measure, like, the age of a community is, like, how many children are attending mass, you know? Like, that was the big thing that we found. So these parishes that were part of the school system were, like, having less and less kids. So the class sizes kept getting smaller and smaller. So my thought was, when I left and, like, lived in Missouri for a bit, lived in Texas for a bit, in that time I just assumed that the school was kind of falling apart because there just weren't enough kids enrolling. I just found out in this visit that the 4th and 5th grade classes of this school are the same size as my graduating class. But they're like the anomaly. They're the ones that have like 60, 70 kids in their class. And all the other classes are like super small. So it's interesting how, like, you've got just like a weird growth spurt where you've got a super large class coming out one year, and then you just go back to normal on the next one. So it's interesting. It was interesting to kind of hear about that. Same for my hometown, to be honest. The young people aren't moving there. So yeah, it's just interesting to see what happens to different communities depending on, like, your assumptions. Because I just assumed that, oh, the class sizes keep getting smaller, they're all going to keep getting smaller. But it's nice to see that there's a class that is able to stay at that same size as mine. Yes, for kids starting school 5 years ago, absolutely. Well, not starting school 5 years ago, but like born 5 years ago, you know? Or, yeah, it'd be 5 years ago today. So, kids that are in kindergarten now, like, you should see a boom, right? Because the idea is that everybody's staying home, you actually have time to have kids, yada yada yada, you know? Oh, I did them out of order. I hit the button, right? Yeah, I hit the button. I'd also be interested to see, like, what happened to the homeschool population. Like, if some kids came home for homeschooling during COVID, then how many of them, like, didn't come back to school? How many of them continued to be, like, or, like, the parents just opted to be like, you know what, I have the time, we're just gonna homeschool them. I'd be interested to see what that correlation is. Maybe a boom, but with the living standard in the U.S., I think many people considered other things. Hard to tell until we get about 10 years out and have metrics for long-term stuff since the start of the pandemic. Yeah, I mean, I've just heard stories of just, like, what family decisions were made, or, like, immediate impacts to, like, how kids learned, especially, like, during that 2-year gap where you weren't really getting hands-on learning. So, you're right, we won't know more information until later, but it's interesting to kind of speculate what that data or what those metrics will look like. There for sure has been a homeschooling boom. Please do not homeschool. This is really the best option for your child. Yes, I agree that it's not the best option. It's not the best common option. But I think it is still a valid option if you have the means to actually do it. And, like, do it well. if you find that you are able to teach all these like very advanced subjects, I think it's valid, but again, it's not for everybody. And I don't think it should be the common option. We got Nat starting soon. Yeah, like 4 of my nieces and nephews were basically homeschooled for a majority of their education. It wasn't until like later that they finally got into schools and took that track. But like the early ones were pretty much homeschooled all the way through. The later ones are now like, oh, my sister has like actually found schools for them that makes sense. I think that was the biggest concern when she first started having them, is that there just was no good school system that they wanted to put their kids in. But now they found good school systems in the area that they live in now. Homeschooling is beneficial to a specific area of humans needing education and can be effective, but it comes with severe drawbacks if done poorly. It can really mess up a kid's long-term learning goals. But too many people think they know how to teach an entire education. I agree with your sentiment there. It's very specific, and if you have the means to teach at that level for your child, then by all means you should do it. It's also like if the school system that you're a part of is problematic in a way that like you don't feel confident putting your kid through that system, then I think it's something you should explore, but it's not for everybody. Again, the parent may not have the means to teach the child in the first place, so then you shouldn't even go about doing it. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I feel like everybody I know is either a teacher or an engineer. And, like, in all of the friend groups that I have, it's either somebody's a teacher or they are in some sort of engineering field. And, like, Godspeed to them. I could not teach. I don't have that ability to be an authority figure in a classroom. Did you ever see the Haikyuu movie? Is it the Nekama match? I want to make sure I didn't miss a movie. It's the Nekama match, right? No, I don't think we talked about it, but I did see it in theaters. Great movie. Thank you for teaching me volleyball. Is just like, that's such a cold line. God damn it. New mobile mod view. Let's go. Oh, is that a thing? Could you not view as a mod when watching on mobile? I don't think I've ever modded for a channel. Like I said, I'm not a mod for anybody. I just realized that. I didn't know that was a thing. The UI is just better? Okay, cool. Nice, that's good. I use the mobile manager when I stream so I can put my OBS out of my view. Heard. I actually keep my OBS up. Like, it's currently up on my monitor so that I can see it. And I just have it over the screen that shows my delayed stream. I hit the button, yeah. You're so close to 200 followers, that happened so fast. Yeah, well, I had that birthday week push where I was trying to get more followers and subscribers, and it worked to a degree because the follower count went up. Like, I would say there were like 2 or 3 people that followed because of that push, which I really enjoy. And the number hasn't gone down, which I think is great. So we got our 196th follower today through Agkumo. Right? Was it Agkumo? Yeah. And then so now we're 4 away, which is very cool. Yeah, I'm excited about that. If we want to make a push for 200, that'd be great. But again, I don't know when my next stream is going to be unless it's Safari Week. I think I'll be able to get one more Unown hunt in before we hit Safari Week. It'll probably be sometime next week. We're pretty close to hitting full odds on the phase. about 300 out from that. And then we're gonna aim to get 2,400 encounters in today, total. The unknowns have just kind of felt automatic today. I feel like I've just, like, zoned out multiple times today. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I guess I have just been hunting unknowns the entire time nonstop. It's like riding a bike. Like, once you learn how to do this, you don't forget. Once I learned how to operate 6 systems at once, it's just been automatic. What I'm worried is that I'm gonna miss one of these shinies on Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I don't think I've missed one yet. I'd have to have, like, really tired eyes to miss one, I think. Or just not pay attention at all, but I'm doing a good job at paying attention to the screens. A wild Dracovish. Do I have one of these? I don't have one. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. That's a netball. I was like, I've never seen a Dracovish, I don't think. I've seen a ton of, like, Arctivishes and Arctizolts. Never a Dracovish, though. You gotta get me to stop hitting up Wendy. This is the most toxic ex I've ever had. Bro, a Dave's double? A Baconator? It goes crazy. You know what? You gotta get me off My ex Taco Bell. I be fiending for those Baja Blasts, man. I was fiending for one last night. I'm like, I genuinely thought about like door dashing just for a Baja Blast from Taco Bell, and I'm glad I did not. But I could have. I'm glad I didn't. I would have been up super late if I would have done that. I'll never be over T-Bell. I might have to get some T-Bell tonight. Trigger secured. Excellent. Yeah, man. I love Taco Bell. Taco Bell's great. I feel like a Baja Blast, and don't get me wrong, I still love Dr. Pepper, but I think a Baja Blast might be the better fix than a Dr. Pepper in some instances. I don't know how to describe it. Sometimes I'm just craving a Baja Blast more than a Dr. Pepper. And it just goes so well with Taco Bell. I don't even know how to describe it. Alright, officially over 8,000 for the phase. We got about 400 more encounters coming. Big talk. Yeah, like I don't wanna like throw Dr. Pepper under the bus. And I don't think that's what I'm doing either. I just think a Baja Blast is just, it hits sometimes. And I'm not talking about like the shitty Baja Blast you get in a can at the store. I'm talking like Baja Blast, a large Baja Blast Mountain Dew from a Taco Bell cup spigot. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. It's like how canned Dr. Pepper tastes different from bottled Dr. Pepper. Like, that's just a normal thing. Dr. Pepper from a fountain drink is different. A Dr. Pepper from McDonald's is different than a canned or a bottled Dr. Pepper. It's just different. I don't know how to explain it. I would say a Cane's Dr. Pepper might go the hardest. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Oh, accidentally went outside. Triple K. Wow. We're about 100 away from, we're 98 away from hitting full odds. The last time we went full odds, we broke the record for longest phase of this hunt. Just 24,738. Slightly longer than our previous longest phase. I would enjoy not having a phase go that long again, but can't have everything. I had to double check at that part gold unknown real quick. I was like, that looks like a slightly different color. It is. It is the same color as it has always been. I'm just, I'm just losing it. No, I'm kidding. I do not miss this neck strain, man. I feel like my neck has like contorted back to its normal shape, and sitting in this chair is like absolute torture on it right now. But it's fine. We're gonna take a week off and we're gonna do the same thing again. A wild bull door. There's a bull door in my way. Four G's on my screens. Wow. We got an ad starting soon. Should be the last ad of the stream. We are past full odds, by the way. Let me pull up the spreadsheet again. Not the spreadsheet, but the master sheet. So I want to see how long all of these have been. So after this, the next longest phase is 8,388 that we've done. And then 8,736. So those are the two that we've done in the 8,000s where we found shinies on those numbers. Got 3 G's on my screen. Yeah, folks, we're gonna go till 352,400 encounters. So we're keeping track of it based on our total encounters for tonight. Or until we find a shiny. If we find a shiny before end, we'll just stop there. Yeah, I didn't really have an expectation to find any shinies tonight. It was just kind of a, let's just get these encounters in, get a stream in. And I'm glad we did. Got to reconnect with so many old friends, familiar faces. Glad we were able to get it in tonight. We'll get y'all sent off on a raid to another channel as well, so we'll look for some shiny hunters out there. Pass along the good news, the good vibes, the good luck towards their shiny hunts. Happy I got to be here, big dog. Excited for the next one. Me too. I'm hoping to get one more in probably next week, as far as unknown hunts go. And then the next one after that will likely be Safari Week. So that's what we've got. So we got planned. I think we can try to get one more in. One more unknown hunt in before we make the switch. Move all the capture cards and cords around and get the double GameCube setup going. I'm just hoping the GameCube arrives with no issues. I'm having it shipped via eBay. And I'm worried that something's going to go wrong in that shipping process, so I'm hoping that's not affected too greatly. But that hunt's going to be great. I'm going to be able to sit back in my chair. It'll be amazing. Has Safari Week dates been posted? No, I haven't seen them anywhere. I gotta check Absol's channel to see if he said anything, but I have not seen anything about Safari Week, and it's a little bit concerning that we haven't heard anything yet. But I could also just be completely missing where it's being posted. If anybody knows when Safari Week is starting, if anybody knows those dates, please let me know ASAP. Because I might just be not doing my due diligence and like looking hard enough to find them. But I was checking last month and I couldn't find them anywhere. Absol's channel would be the place to check. There have been previous other wardens in past years, but he's been the most recent warden. No dates yet on his end? Okay. Oh, well. Fuck it. We'll just set our own Safari dates. I don't care at this point. The next place I would probably check is Professor Rex's page, but we'll see. Because once it starts, it'll start, and then that's when people are gonna, like, start posting it. But also, like, nobody's been talking about it, and it's kind of frustrating. And it's not like they're not doing Safari Week this year. If they're not doing Safari Week, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I feel like last year's was such a big deal, so for there to be, like, nothing yet is very concerning. Yeah, we got 150 more encounters to go, and then we'll be done for the day. Quick 3 hours of hunting. We'll be sure to pass you on to another shiny hunting stream after this, so be sure to stick around for the raid. But yeah, stay tuned for next week. Next week we are going to try to get one more Unown stream in. If it doesn't end up coming to fruition, so be it. Schedule will not allow it. But stay tuned for that. We'll have more information there. Check the Discord. That's probably the best way to do it. Ooh, a rare 2% K. Let's see that. Alright folks, we are in our last 100 encounters of the stream. Again, appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. This is kind of an impromptu. I posted something last night about it. and I was 3 hours late to start. But I appreciate everybody stopping in today. This has been a lot of fun to kind of get back into things. Again, I will not be coming back to consistent hours. At least for the Unown hunt. We will have a week dedicated to Safari Week coming up later this month, so be sure to stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming up soon. But check the Discord for updates on next week as far as upcoming streams. We're going to try to get one more in before Safari Week. So be sure to check there. And be sure to stick around for a raid. We're going to raid a shiny hunting channel right after this. Ooh, Wild Drampa, that'll be our last spawn for the night. Let's see. Do I have a Drampa? That's the first question we should ask. I do have one. So I will throw a Great Ball. No Drampa. Alright, last set of 6 encounters for the stream coming up. My last chance for the comeback unknown on the comeback stream. We got an X, a Q, a B, an H, a K, and a G. No shiny today, folks, but glad to be back. Glad to be back doing this. So great to see everybody again. Let's go ahead and check Twitch to see who is live right now that we can pass a little raid love over to. Let's see. Okay. Shiny badge quest. Shiny map quest. Ooh, fun. Look at the sloths. Oh, Scarecrow's hunting. Oh, we're absolutely raiding Scarecrow then. Yeah, shiny or the Black Scarecrow is hunting for the starter Chimchar in looks like Platinum, and is now hunting for shiny Magikarp in Diamond or Pearl. So folks, let's go ahead and gear up for that raid. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Let me go ahead and pull up the Black Scarecrow. Alright, folks, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. This has been a blast. It's good to see so many old, familiar faces. Let's pass some love over to Scarecrow's channel, who is hunting on Pokemon Diamond and Platinum. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight, folks, and I will see you next week or 2 weeks from now for Safari Week. Can't wait for that. That setup is going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, see you next time, folks. Peace!